Hello there! Happy Monday! Welcome to Bead With Me. I'm Kay, your host from Fantastic Stars Beads. This show is a little show for inspiration, motivation, and whatever is trending here in the bead life here at Stars Beads. And you know, the show is made for you. So even if you are just catching this on the replay, please say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from, what you like to play with, how you found me. Like, perhaps you found me on the Great Bead Extravaganza, right? We were just getting over that here from last Friday. I hope you guys got a chance to check that out. It was the Great Bead Trade. So those are kind of those fun things that we try to have some events throughout the year to keep you guys motivated, just like we do here every single Monday and Wednesday, right? So hello, welcome. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys having a great weekend. It's been kind of rainy here in the Carolinas, in the beaches here. Let's see, as I want to make sure that I've got all my correct settings, because you know, well, let's see, the Great Bead, it was a little bit difficult. I'm using a different program on there, and so I just had like terrible connection, and so I feel so awful that I was magically appearing and reappearing into the Great Bead. And so so today I thought I'd spend a little bit of time on some of the things that I had made from the Great Bead Trade, okay? Because today is the last day that you can get in on, let's see, what do I have it? Let's see, well, I have a small one here. But today is the last day to enter in, to get in on everything that we got. And that includes everything that I am wearing on this necklace. So you'll get a beautiful lampwork bead. You're going to get some a couple bags of fun bead mixes. You're going to get soft flex wire and crimps and hard wire. And so you would be able to make this. Things from Tiara Caster, so much good stuff. And we made 4 extra goodie bags so that 4 winners could win exactly what you guys got to see online. On top of that, if you, to get in your entry, you just had to watch last Friday Night Live, okay? And put in bin TGBT, okay? That was for the Great Bead Trade, okay? And on top of that, if you enter, I put in some freebie bags for you too, of the things that I gave specifically. So maybe you won't get the whole stash, okay? But at least I have several bags of exactly what I sent in, plus a little baby bee in there, because I did my segment with Tracy of Tiara Cast. Okay, so make sure you guys get in on that, okay, because today's still the last day. I'm sliding in Friday Night Live so that you can still catch a replay. You can still grab all the goodies, because you guys saw that all the beautiful check glass too that got shown off. So these are some of the fabulous things that we were showing off on Friday night. That's our sip and shop event to get your special star stash. And so you can still get in on the rainbow bundle. Okay, so if you want exactly what you see here, you can just bin rainbow. Okay, bin rainbow, and then bin, let's see, the Great TGBT. So the Great Bead Trade. I think it's like TGBT, something like that. So but that's all in the descriptions in the in the Friday Night Live description, so that you know exactly what you want to get. Okay, so so today I thought I'd show you a little bit what's on my table, show you a little bit of my design a little bit closer up. We took a closer look at it on FNL, but today we're going to make some matching earrings so you guys can see how the design was created, and that way I can have a full set. Because although I tell you the show is made for you, I'm oftentimes making jewelry for me. But a lot of times I am giving things away too, so that is always your little prizes that I oftentimes give on Friday Night Lives too. So anybody who is part of our Star Special Stash group, you can head on over there and see inspirations of people putting up whatever it is on their work table, what they're working on, maybe questions, and where I give you guys all the information from Stars Beads. But that is where I also pick out winners and drop special things into your stashes as they come out to you. So you never know. You might be getting a pair of earrings I've made. Maybe you'll get one of the necklaces. So those are always some added benefits, as you guys are always so supportive, watching, playing, and of course a little bit of shopping so you guys can have and make exactly what you see live. Okay, so let's take a look at what's on Kay's table. Are you guys excited today? You guys having a good day? Like, I'm having a much better day than yesterday. Unfortunately, my son was not feeling good. He's had a fever. He was throwing up, and so I didn't get nearly as much done as I wanted over the weekend. But you know, most important are those babies in our lives, right? So, you know, and so today I can totally use a beading break. So let's take a look at what's on Kay's table here today, and let's take a peek. While I say my hellos to you guys, let me get situated so we can kind of take a look that I've put on a bunch of the things that we saw on the Great Bead Trade last week. So if you guys missed it, you can still catch the replay, which is really nice. So you guys can really see all the components, maybe a little bit closer. Sarah usually goes over everything in that first section, but in that first segment. But you guys can see here, here's a pair of earrings I had made with some of the components. So I'll show you a few things, and then we're going to make something else, okay? So here's a pair of sweet earrings I did in gold, and I just love those little bell flowers. We saw some of those in the on Friday, some of those bell flowers. So that's a cute one using a little cap on top. I just really like these opalescent pink beads that were in the stash, and so that's a combination of, I think, things from Jill McKay, Stars beads, and the beads were from Soft Flax. And then, I don't know if you guys can see up here, but I did a little design using, right up here, I did a little design. So I'm going to just kind of show off what I kind of strung up. I was trying to use as much as I could, but I couldn't get through everything. You know, had a sick kid. You know how that can be. So, Giovanna, yes, you can't find anything to message me. I will try to find you after this, okay? So that we can get an email or a message to you, okay? We'll try to do that. I'll write that note down, okay? But welcome, Giovanna. I'm so glad to have you here. Hello, Miss Julie and Rosalinda and Patty and Lorraine and Kathy and Paula and Jeanette. Oh, you found me from Maryland? Great. You know, I used to be from Virginia. Now I've moved further from you. But now I'm live, so you get to see me a little bit more often. Hello, Miss Emily from Mobile, Alabama, and Caroline and Phyllis and Sharon and Helena and Deanne and Giovanna, welcome, and Betty and Janelda. Oh, it's so good to see everybody popping on. I was running a little bit late because life happens, you know. Okay, so I made this little combination set. So this was using, look at these little gumdrops. I think those are the cutest things, you know. I've never used those, but I used those in the pendant, and this was a pendant from Allegory Gallery. So those are kind of the things that I was able to make up. I did finish off my lariat, so I will show that off to you guys as well. Some of these other things I've had laid out that I thought would be good combinations, so in case, you know, you get that lucky stash of 4. I was thinking this combination might be good, but I didn't get a chance to make it all up. And then I really like this idea, so I'm still got to glue that in, and I think I'm going to attach this as like a singular cool pendant. What do you guys think of that? Thanks, Giovanna. I will certainly work on catching up with you, okay? Now, this is what I ended up doing with the lariat. Let me take you over to a different area. So this is what I ended up doing with the lariat here. Now, you can see I kind of changed things up from from when I did it live because this was hanging so long. You'll see when I tried it on at the end, it kept sliding. And I wanted it to kind of hold. And so I kind of adjusted this one end so that this couldn't pull through. Okay, and then, but still hung kind of right next to the beautiful Calvin ore bead. So I hope somebody gets lucky. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, so we're gonna make an earring to kind of match this combination. How's that sound? So I pulled some beads and we're gonna show you making the cheater pin and kind of making this, this little bunchy, because oftentimes maybe you've seen chain and you hang things off the chain and that can kind of give it that waterfall look, but sometimes you want it kind of bunched and a little bit thick, and so I thought I'd show you how I get that look. Okay, how's that sound? So I pulled some beads here. We're going to see what we can make out of these. Okay, today I'm going to be using some 24 gauge head pins in silver and probably some 20 gauge wire. Okay, Softflex sent us 22. I think I'm going to use the 20 today. Oh, Jeanette, I wish you knew me when I was in Virginia. Well, it would have been very dangerous if you knew me in Virginia. Give a heart. If you guys knew me in Virginia, you guys know how dangerous it was, right? Although we're finding that it can be pretty dangerous this way too. But you know, now we're just thinking that we have to have like a beach retreat. You know? All right. Taking I'm going to go through each one of these beads, okay? And this is what I mean by a cheater wrap because we couldn't see really up close. But I'm going to take this head pin. I strung one of the bellflowers on it. And I'm just going to cut so that there's maybe, you know, a half an inch. You can learn to guesstimate as you go. And then I'm going to take a pair of round nose pliers and I'm literally just going to roll this. I'm going to start at the end and I'm going to roll. And then you're going to see that it kind of runs into each other. It runs into the other wire. So I'm going to open and I'm going to keep curling. And this would be the way to do a split ring kind of idea. Okay, but you see that I'm just kind of rolling and using my plier to keep it all round even on that double. Okay, and then we're going to get a little piece like this. Okay, the reason I like doing this versus just a loop is that it has the security of being wrapped, but it doesn't have that spacing. You know, sometimes when you make a loop and you wrap, you don't want it to be so far. So that's one of the things I also like about doing these, what I call cheater wraps. Okay, so they're closed, but they so that they don't just unhook. So we're gonna do that to a bunch of these. Like I said, you're just going to take your head pin, you're going to cut just a little bit and start at the end, and we're going to roll until you can't go anymore. Then you're going to readjust the plier, okay, and then you just want to continue rolling, okay, and you'll find that the other wire will find itself, okay. Yes, this is easier than wrapping them, but yet you still get that security. Okay, and say you wanted to, this is also a great way because you can kind of gauge how big your loops are going to be. Okay, doing it closer to the tip here is going to be tinier loops versus up here. Okay, you'll see I'm going to use them up here as well. All right, let's see. I did a few just to save ourselves some time, but I didn't do all of them. Okay, let's do this one too. So we'll have like a total of 5 little danglies, okay? And once you get the hang of it, it's just it'll happen really fast. Okay, so now we've got 5 little dangles. Dun, da, da, da. All right, so then these other things we're gonna use for different parts. Now let's take some of the, I think I was using 20 gauge. Let me Okay, so now I'm going to take a few inches of 20 gauge wire and you can do, let's see, this one I'm actually going to do a wrap just because it's easier for attachment. Okay, so I'm going to just bend a little bit down, kind of closer to one end. Get ready for making a loop because I want to attach this to it. Okay, and we're going to hold right where it intersects just so I can get just a little wrap. This is where you don't have to have a lot. You just need it to cinch a little bit, and it also doesn't need to be all that pretty. Okay, so this is going to be my dangle on the bottom. So this would be like it on the necklace. This is like having the Calvin Orr bead there. Okay, same idea. Okay, I'm just pinching those wires down so we don't have anything sticking out. All right, we've got that. Now we're literally just going to string these babies on here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do, so I'm stringing one. Okay, let's see, we'll do, so I'm stringing them all on here. We'll do two. They're all just gonna kind of get bunched. Maybe I want this blue one down. Okay, so I'm stringing them all on there, so you can see. But then when they get all close, see how they do that? See kind of how that magic happens? And then you get this little bunchy form. Isn't that crazy? So putting all those on there are just going to create this little bunch. Okay, and on that top little bunch, I'm going to add one of these blue little beads here. Okay, so that when I wrap, you kind of don't see all that silver, right? You can still technically move these around a little bit to your liking. Okay, and then we're going to want to wire this fairly tight. Okay, in this case, I'm going to wire it to this loop because I was trying to make it look cohesive with the, and in this case, you'll see I'm using kind of in the middle of the plier because now I've got to go around this ring here. Okay, so you don't have to completely close it so that you can be sure that you have enough spacing. So made that loop here. Okay, and we're gonna see, does it wiggle wiggle? Does it have a little jiggle jiggle? Little flow? Okay, and now we're gonna cinch this tight. So when we do the wrap here, this will help get this all moved tight to the bottom. Okay. So see, when I wrap, it starts taking up that space and it'll start tightening these things up. So sometimes it can be a little too tight, so don't cut right away, okay, until you kind of feel like how your earring is going to look. Is everything facing the way you want? Is it? Hey Coral, how's it going today? We're making some fluffy earrings today, okay, to match my necklace I made. Okay, so see how that looks? Looks pretty good, right? Right? What do we think? Okay, now the only earring parts, so I was trying to stick to only using, not bringing in anything else. Okay, so here's kind of the earring. What do you guys think of that? Now, the only earring part that we had from the only earring parts we got at all were these ones from Soft Wax. And although I like this kind, I didn't feel like it was like enough. Like, I make kind of loud earrings, and so these are oftentimes, to me, rather dainty. Okay? So, like, we could put it on there, but I was not I didn't care for this. You guys can tell me what you think. So instead, we're also going to go over how to make your own ear wire. Okay, so that's what these little leftover beads are here. So I'm going to take another piece of 20 gauge wire, let's say like, I don't know, 3-4 inches. Do more. You know, I always just be smart and just do more. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this off because I don't want to use that. All right. So I'm going to start on the bottom because I'm going to hook it straight to here. Okay. So I want to make this loop again, kind of that middle size loop. Okay, we're going to go ahead and attach it here. Okay, so there is going to be the bottom of the ear wire. Okay, and then let's add a few things to make sure that it looks all coordinated. Just like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a straight bend. We can see that this is the front of the earring. Okay, so I'm going to bend directly toward me. Okay, I'm going to take a bail making plier. Okay, these are, you could use a pin. Totally, if you don't have this. Okay, you're going to take this, squeeze that closed, and then I'm going to use that roundness. Okay, and you kind of start seeing what we got going on right here. Okay, see that? Dun, dun, dun. So now we have our own decorated ear wire. That ought to go with the design. Okay, now we're going to cut this. I'll just cut that little end off, and then you would want to take a little file and file this. Hello from Mexico. How are you? How did you find me? Where in let's see. Where exactly in Mexico are you from? I like going down to Estapan, a couple hours from Mexico City. Okay, you guys, look at that. And dun 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 dun, when you do it twice, there are a pair of earrings. Are you having rain right now? Because I can't say, like, we actually just had a spurt of it, but that's kind of common in the beach areas, that it's always that afternoon shower. Okay, you guys, here is my matching pair of earrings. What do you guys think? If you guys like them, let's see some hearts, some thumbs up. You know, that always helps my algorithms when they're working here on Facebook. All right, I'm going to try them on, see what you guys think. Okay, so kind of going over cheater wraps, getting that bunch, and making your own ear wire. This one, I think. All right, let's see them on. Now we'll get to have the whole set on. And I kind of like long earrings too, so let's take a look and see how they look on. Ooh, I'm liking those. You can always see them with my hair. All right, now we can get the whole set on. Now I am properly dressed. Thank you guys. Oh, those are so nice. And I just really love this lariat. I've been really enjoying the bauble I made out of it. I hope you guys did too. That way now you could see it kind of a little up close and personal, because I didn't get a chance to really do that on Friday as I was magically popping in and out. All right, boom, there it is. And now we can continue on with the rest of the week, right? Okay, guys, so that brings me to exactly what is happening for the rest of the week. Okay, as you guys know, I am currently moving my office again. Luckily, I'm not moving out of state, so will not nearly be as far. Okay, so we took a little peek at how far the warehouse was coming, and this week I'm going to be taking off so I can get, you know, all your orders out to you, because I know I've got a few weeks worth, and get all my stuff moved. Okay, so I'm going to pop back up on live next Monday. Okay, so I'm going to be taking Wednesday and Friday off of this week. Okay, so sorry you guys, there's no Friday Night Live, but you know, I'll still leave you with plenty to be playing with this week, and then we'll see you guys and let you know what the latest updates are for next Monday. Okay, all right, you guys, have a fantastic week. Okay, today, luckily, my son is now feeling better, so he was home from school, so that got things a little more full for my day here today. But you know, I love having him home, not having him home sick, but at least he's feeling better. All right, you guys, so back at it, back to beading, and don't forget, you can still catch the last Friday Night Live, okay? You can still bid on it. I'll still let you squeeze some things in, and then to also get in your chance to win on all the things that we just saw on my table from the Great Bead Trade, okay? So, Janelle, you're going to be driving back home next Monday from Ohio. Well, luckily there's replay, and you're pretty lucky. You usually catch me live, and thanks so much again for sharing your beautiful necklace you got from my stash. I love seeing your workroom and seeing your face with all that gorgeous jewelry on. So make sure you guys join the Star Special Stash group. We have a great community, always having fun, and you never know. You never know what you're gonna see. There's always some fun things. So let's see, Debbie, I'm trying to answer questions here. Debbie says, you'd love to see how I made my necklace lariat. Well, you can catch the replay here, okay? And you'll get to see how it ended up, the final project. And then last Friday, if you go to the Great Bead Extravaganza, you can find Tracy and I. Were probably the second or third video down, and you can see us making it live. Okay, but I was like magically appearing and reappearing, so it wasn't exactly like you could see it as close as you could today. Okay, but watching today, you should get a good idea, because today we went over exactly how to make that little bunch, okay, so that you too can make that little poofy bunch of color. All right, you guys, have a fantastic rest of the day. We will see you back at it next Monday. Thanks so much. If you guys have any questions, you guys know where to find me. Press that little DM page or that DM message, okay? That way you can message me if you have questions on where your orders are. If you are hoping to get some things that you are seeing and wondering how to get it, you can just message me. All right, you guys, have a good one. Thanks so much.